Hey there, it's Julie Reynolds. Super excited to have Erika Dale here with us. She has been in the network marketing business for 7 years. She is a six-figure earner, absolutely crushing it. Has a massive team that is just winning like you've never seen them win before. And I'm super excited to have her here because she's going to share with you that one tip that she thinks you need to have in order to be successful in the network marketing space. And I'm going to give you a little teaser. It's about showing up. And hey, if we're just meeting, my name is Julie Reynolds and I help network marketers brand themselves and bring their dream business online. In this channel, I give you weekly tips on how I've hit the top ranks in my company so that you can too. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you never miss out. Erika, I'm super excited to have you here. Tell us a little bit about what you've done maybe prior to your network marketing experience, and then how you got started in network marketing and what you credit is the number one thing to success. We'd love to hear a little bit more about your story.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me, Julie. And, I went to school. I was told, go to school, get a job, kind of that whole song and dance. And I knew from a very young age I wanted to help people. That was what I was passionate about. And so I pursued psychology and furthered it into a school counseling master's. Same. And I've worked for CPS. We were just discussing, I used to investigate sex abuse. I then went into therapeutic foster care counseling. And so I've worn many hats in that psychology, sociology world. And I loved it, right? I loved every minute of it, but those people are overworked and underpaid.
Totally. And emotionally draining.
Oh my gosh, it is a rough world. And about 7 years ago, an opportunity was laid on my lap. And I'll be honest, you guys, I said no, because I had a master's degree. I thought I was better than network marketing. And so if any of you out there have people telling you no, just remember it's not right now. It doesn't mean necessarily no. They just don't understand it. They don't see the value in it. But I got to a point in my life where I was overworked, underpaid, overweight because I was stress eating all of the time. And the opportunity presented itself to actually be a customer of a weight loss company. And so I was like, all right, I tried it all. So I jumped in, and I then just decided to upgrade to at least bring in a couple extra bucks a month. And it skyrocketed from there. It turned into something I never thought imaginable. I tell people all the time, I joined my current company with $200 in my bank account. So when I say broke, it was, I don't know another word that's less than broke, but it was survival mode. Yes.
It was destitute.
So a desperation point in my life is what made me ultimately say yes. And then, you guys, it was hard work. It was effort. I know Julie will tell you the same, like you don't get to those top ranks by sitting back and just letting things happen. You have to take action. And one of the biggest words I think in network marketing and success in network marketing is consistency.
Yeah.
But I always preface that with consistency of the right action.
Yes, absolutely. You could get lost in that scroll so easily. And you're like, I'm working. And you're like, no, you're not.
Yes. So consistency of the right action. You can show up on, I run my business on social media. 98% of what I've created has been from there. I could show up every day on social media and have fun and socialize and whatever, but my paycheck's not going to show anything for it.
Yep. Yeah. So what would you say? So consistency is by far, I would agree it is. And I love having these interviews because everybody has one different takeaway. So guys, make sure that you click the link. I'm going to link up the other interviews that I've done with the other 6-7 figure earners in this space, boss women that are absolutely crushing it. Get the link. It's this whole big video series. And I love that everybody's is a little bit different, right? And they're all really, really important. But what would you say consistency doing the right things? What would you say are like the 2 or 3 consistent things that you need to do in order to be not only consistent, but showing up in the right way?
Yeah. I think the first thing is you have to talk to people. You have to be a professional friend maker. If people don't like you, you need to figure out how to get them to like you.
Right.
And I have people join my team and they're like, well, I don't like people. And I'm like, I'm not sure why you're here. Like, this is a people business. Now, I say I have a love-hate relationship with people, right? Because we are human beings and we all have our personalities. But I love people. I love helping people. And so you've got to get to that space. But talking to people every single day, making new friends, networking on purpose, is huge, and probably the number one thing that if you're not doing that every day, you need to start.
How many new friends do you make a day on Facebook, Erika?
It depends on the season I'm in, for sure. Right now I am in a season and it's time to grow. I have kind of been riding that whatever train for the last 7 months. And so this month, 5 to 10 a day.
That's awesome.
That is intense, you guys. And if you're part-time, that's probably not something that's necessarily doable. So set a goal that is doable, but set something that can be a process that can be turned on every single day. That's not overwhelming. But also challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Right? It's easy to be like, well, I'll just talk to one person a day. You can probably do more than that.
Absolutely. And that's what I love. You can build this business from anywhere, right? If you're building on social. I mean, I'm all about building on social media as well. And I love that, like, I could be in the carpool line, and I can quickly send a message and connect with somebody. Doesn't mean that the conversation is going to be fluid, like, 2 hours, conversation, but I can get to know them. And there's that like, know, and trust factor.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we make the mistake a lot. Like, we don't connect. We just think we can say, hey, how are you? And they're going to like us. No, you got to connect. You got to ask how they are. How old are your kids? Oh my gosh. And be genuine, but actually find that connection point. That's how people begin to like you.
And I would say people love to talk about themselves, right? So give them the opportunity to talk about themselves and, get to know them. And really, like you said, you're starting this connection because you're seeing if they're open to the opportunity, right? Or open to possibly doing business with you. But at the end of the day, it's about being a good friend, right? And it might not be a good fit now, right? They might say no now, but it doesn't mean that if you don't foster that relationship, and when you really start caring about people and you really start, genuinely wanting to be a good person and a good friend to them, you're going to have that success. I love it. I love it. Yeah, what would you say is the other second tip that you need to be doing in order to be consistent and showing?
Yeah, I think what you just said, being able to do this anywhere and everywhere, fitting it into the carpool lane. Yep. So learning, we talk about time management. Time management's tough, right? We are crazy busy people. I mean, I know that there are our moms and dads probably listening to this. I don't know that world. I'm not a parent. But I know that people in this industry are successful fitting into that. And when I got started, I was working 50, 60-hour weeks, and I didn't allow that to be my excuse. Right. I managed a gym when I was getting started in my current company. And listen, there are dead times in the gym, not very often, but when there were, that's when I would work my business. A couple messages here, just like you said, and then I'd get back to them when I could. I love to do, and this might be something you guys can take away immediately and implement in your businesses. Every morning, my husband and I have our coffee, we have our devotion, and then we set a timer for 15 minutes, and we both just go. And it's intent, messaging, reach outs, hi, how are yous? 15 minutes, not very much time. In fact, every time the timer goes off, we're like, that was fast. But we were setting a number like, hey, I'm going to do 5 reach outs a day. And we do them radically throughout the day. But when you set 15 minutes and you do it, you're getting 15, 20, 25 reach outs done. You're tripling and sometimes quadrupling what you intently were doing throughout an entire 24 hours. So that might be something you guys can do. Just take that massive action in short blocks.
Yeah, doing some time blocks. I love it. I love it. And guys, I have a free worksheet for you with your daily goal worksheet. It's everything that what Erica's talking about, but it's literally a checklist, right? It talks about like connecting with 5 people. Did you post on your social media? Did you go live? You know, did you reach out? Did you follow up with customers? So it's literally a step-by-step. You follow this worksheet, you give yourself 90 days of like time blocking, making sure this worksheet is done, and I guarantee you are going to have success in your business. So the link to the worksheet is in the description below. So make sure you just click that link and get that free download for you. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Eric, any third tip?
Yeah, I mean, that resource right there, you guys, if you're not taking advantage of that or you don't have something like that in your world, that's my third tip, is tracking, knowing your numbers. And not just, I mean, all of those things, not just the income generating activity. Those are huge. And I think that's where we need to stay like 80% in. But, you know, if you're working your business on social media, track your influencer statistics as well. How many posts, how many stories, you know, those types of things, because you can also start to decipher and reverse engineer, like, well, I'm posting, you know, 200 times a week, but I'm not getting any traction there. Well, now you can look at, well, what am I posting? How can I flip things? How can I implement different things? Or if you're working with a coach, they can look at what you're tracking and really break things down with you. But if you don't know your numbers, it's really hard to know why paychecks are rising or not, or why business is growing or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I would say is sometimes with social media in terms of posting, less is more, right? You want the algorithm to kick in. So that's another little hack that I'm just throwing out there for you guys. The social media hack is less is more. I only post on social 1 time a day. I use my stories, you know, more often than I use my posts, but I give it one very intentional, I don't just post and pray that it's going to go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very strategic in the way that I post, but I'm doing what I like to call power posts a day, you know, on my timeline and stuff. And then, you know, and then in Messenger or not Messenger, but then in stories and stuff, it's a different, you know, it's a different beast. People really want to know what you're doing all day long. So, but I love that. Knowing your numbers, knowing what's working, knowing what's sticking with your audience, right, is really, really important.
I love it. Yes, for sure.
Erika, where can we find you on social media? I want to put your credentials and everything because this was so much value and I'm sure that people would love to follow your journey. So where can are you on YouTube?
Our nutrition company is, yes, but me personally, not right now.
Not yet. Okay, so where can we find you on social media?
And Facebook is kind of my jam. So it's just Erika Dale. I'm pretty easy to find there. Same thing for Instagram, but I would say if you're looking for support and things to follow from a business aspect, Facebook would be where to go.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I will absolutely make sure that I put the link in the comments as well. Guys, this is another episode of Julie Reynolds TV. I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Erika, for having you here. Guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be doing these 6-7 figure interviews. I'm going to up my game because I think it's so much value for all of you in building your business. And so I really appreciate, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you click on the video series that we have so that you don't miss out, and be on the lookout for many more of these because I'm finding so much value in them. So if I know I am, I know others are too. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and we'll see you next week for another episode of Julie Reynolds TV.